Эпичность уровень 100. Не, эпичность уровень Версаль.
What's up, guys? Hope you're doing great and welcome to the part. After the Louvre, we had 2 days of concerts ahead of us, and on the first day, I accompanied Ksenia to the concert in the morning because she wanted to get some merch. After that, I went to Paris, and Ksenia went with me. We walked around Paris for some time, and around 4 or 6, Ksenia went back to the stadium, and I just went home very leisurely.
I didn't know there was a place in Paris where you can be alone. But there is. Ta-da! No, I'm not alone anymore. So yeah, I went to her concert. It's the second day. So I'm here. This beautiful, beautiful garden. And there was a bird. I lost it. Yeah, oh, by the way, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I met a girl. We stayed at Airbnb, and there was this girl, Sortin. Hi, Sortin, but she was. And she was our host. Yeah. And with her, I took key the first time. First time in my life. Oh, so excited. But we gotta put too much spice in it so she could eat it. Usually she makes it herself, like with tokchu, like red pepper or stuff like this. Oh, I know why it's I know why it's secluded like that, because there's like no way out. You know, I came from there, and there those stairs, yeah, they lead to nowhere. Maybe to here. Yeah, but now I cannot. Where do I go? I'll find out. Now I know why there. No people, where do I go? Okay, so yeah, Xenia's at her concert and my feet are killing because I refuse to take sneakers with me because A, they're terrible, because they're just for running, and B, because I just want to look nice, I guess, in Paris, but because I know it's Paris, and yeah, and our host, the second host, is also super cool. So yeah, I'm going home to get some ice cream. And I'm vlogging! Yay! Oh, that's so weird. Honestly, that's so weird.
On the second day was pretty much the same, but finally we had time to go to d'Orsay Museum. It's an impressionist museum, like every kind of impressionist you can find, you know, is there. In the evening of that day of the second concert, I decided that I did not want to spend home alone without Ksenia, so I decided to wait for her at the station, at the bus station. And I think I overestimated my possibilities of withstanding cold. So I got sick, basically. I got really terribly sick, and I had a fever, I had sniffles, I did not have a cough, but everything else, yeah. And the next day, we had Versailles. Before we proceed, I have to let you know that I didn't know how to say Versailles until like last week. So when I recorded this, I said it like it's sort of English, I guess. So I said it's like Versailles, but it's wrong. Just every time I say Versailles, please think that I'm saying Versailles. And if I'm not lazy, I will cut everything. I will be like Versailles, Versailles. Yeah, so please remember that it's called Versailles and not with L, like Versailles, which is weird and now, but before it felt good saying that, but no, it's Versailles. That's it. Yeah. Being sick for Versailles is not a very good idea for anyone, so I do not recommend getting sick on the trip. Again, we had our tickets bought in advance, and you know, you feel like such a VIP when you just have your ticket and you don't have to wait in any line, you just boom, you show it, you're in.
We're gathered here at Chateau de Versailles.
No.
Все? Это что ты выучил? Yes! Давай еще что-то на французском. В Версале.
Chateau.
I mean, so amazing. And Versailles was better, maybe because we paid a little bit more, because we paid not just for the chateau, but for the gardens too, for the jardin of Versailles. In this case, we each got an audio guide, yay, for free, and we listened the hell out of that audio guide.
Достаточно.
Yes, thank you.
I cannot tell you how appreciative I am of them giving us that for free. Even though we paid like, again, 25? I think, yeah, again, 25, 26 euros. We walked around the chateau, and what's so cool about that the audio guide told us everything we should know about the chateau. And the daughters of Louis XIV were living there. He had several daughters, 4 I think. We walked through their apartments, and by apartment I mean several rooms decreasing in size. And what's cool that some rooms had wallpapers and that drapings that would change twice a year to save them from wearing off and just to change the mood of the room. So in the summer it would be like pastel colors and flowers and like light colors, and in the winter months and cold months it would be like something dark red or dark green. Yeah, so they would change it, and this is one fact that I really like about Versailles that I learned. By the way, Versailles was the most packed sightseeing place that we visited. The amount of people there is just, it was just intense. So many people, and if you can, just enjoy the chateau in the winter months. And on top of that all, of course, I was sick, and this is one place where the photos that Ksenia took of me is not like all happy. I was just battling cold, and thankfully the host of the apartment we Airbnb, he gave me a wonderful German medicine that battled my cold quite effectively. Some rooms were dedicated to Roman gods. I know the names of Greek gods like Zeus, Athena, Poseidon, but just take those and transcribe them into Roman names. Like Zeus becomes Mercury, I think. Apollo stays the same, but you know, the same gods but different names. And each room was dedicated to each of them, and there were 12, I think, of them. One of the last points of Chateau was the Hall of Mirrors.
Можно насладиться хоть чем-то в такой атмосфере. Что это? Где тут красота? Хорошо, красота есть, как ее насладиться? Это количество людей, боже. Любители прекрасного.
What was so special about it is that mirrors at that time were quite expensive to buy and to create, to make. So just to have this huge hall of mirrors, I think there was 18 mirrors, was to show kings and other countries that, you know what, we reach. We're a powerful nation, we know, we have taste, and you know, just to show off.
And a ball. Yay. Let's take a picture of us here. Behold! Grandeur, splendor.
The Hall of Mirrors would be one of the great things about the chateau if it were not packed with so many people, because when it's packed you cannot get good pictures and you cannot just get this idea. Remember I told you that in Louvre you cannot take any food with you or water? Well, with Versailles it was a different thing. We just forgot. We could, but we just forgot. And I was fine because I drank, I don't know, 2 liters of water before we started for the chateau. And I did not want to eat the whole day because I was sick. You know, you don't want to eat that much when you're sick. But in the case of Ksenia, she did not drink a lot of water in the morning, and she didn't pack it with her. And we didn't pack any food at all, honestly. So she was really suffering. We saw people with water bottles all around the town, but we just could not find any stand where we could buy them. So
How
can people survive for 14 days without water? Ау! Это мы экстремалы, у всех с собой вода есть.
Talk about this. This is one of my favorite pieces in Chateau de Versailles, and this is the coronation of Napoleon. So, usually the Pope must put the crown on the king's head, but Napoleon was such a rebel that he took the crown and crowned himself, and then he took the crown and he crowned Josephine, yes. He crowned his wife, Josephine. And also what's interesting is that his mother was not present at the coronation, and if you see, I suppose it's her in the middle in white, and she was not present at coronation, but Napoleon told the painter to include her, just to to paint her.
There. Singing fountain.
With the Gardens of Versailles, I was a little bit sorry that we could not spend a lot of time there, and we did not go for the second mansion. We wanted to go there, but we were really tired, and I was wearing not, again, comfortable shoes.
Что, ты страдаешь от этого великолепия?
Very comfortable shoes. Don't follow my example, you know. We did get to see several shows, for example, the Poseidon Fountain. If you're buying tickets to the garden show, musical fountains, there would be actual orchestra playing at least once, but no, that was just a recording that they turn on every half hour or 15 minutes, depending on the fountain. But with the Poseidon Fountain, the streams of water were just going up, they were not dancing. Fountain, yes, they were dancing.
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
Please, that's something.
Okay. I got sick. Xenia didn't eat for the whole day, and now it's 6 p.m. We're so tired, but we want to go to the real fountains. So this is where we go. We're going there. Yeah. When we get there, okay. When we get there, we're gonna sue Versailles for not having fountains. Drinking water fountains. Yeah. Eh? This is Xenia in her natural habitat with a photo camera that she cannot be. She saved me so much energy by taking pictures and photos and videos because I don't really like, well, not that much, I mean, but she enjoys it so much. No, okay. She's not turning.
After we came home and after we've eaten, we decided that, Xenia decided that she must have a picture with an Eiffel Tower and this merry-go-round next to it while it's lit. So we just ate and went out. I was sick still, but you know what? When you're in Paris and when you're sick, you don't care that you're sick. You go out and you do stuff. So we went outside, and that was the time when we saw a lot of rats actually near Trocadero. And I don't mind them because, you know, river, humidity, sewers, rats, that's understandable. To me, that's understandable, but Xenia was very shocked. I can understand that too, but we saw like 5 rats in 20 minutes. But to me, they look like little furry balls. Maybe I should not talk so endearingly about street rats, like sewer rats. But also they did not disgust me that much, maybe because I was sick. But yeah, Xenia was quite shocked, and I told you that we came there to take a picture, but we lost track of time, and
Неделю. Я хотела на этой возле этой карусели сфотаться. Неделю! Неделю!
The sole purpose of our...
Когда мы пришли сюда в 12... Мило, это просто...
Wait. Two rats. So the sole purpose of today's trip at 12 o'clock was to get a picture with this abomination. And why is this abomination? Because it stopped working the minute we came here. I mean, not the minute we came here, but we should have taken the picture right the second we came, but we didn't. Loser!
that was like epic fail moment for us. So we just went up to Trocadero Square and we just listened to some music, just took some pictures next to the view.
Юля, иди сюда, тоже будет видео. Это селфи-видео. It's the last night in Paris. And here's the tower. Yay!
I'm still sick.
You're okay. And we're here.
It's weird, I should be showing you the tower, but we just had a photo shoot with Xenia. And she was so surprised, like, it's been an hour! For like 10 seconds. Okay, 10 minutes. Now she's making it now.
Beautiful. Kids are playing.
Trocadero. Bye. We're leaving tomorrow. Today. We're leaving today. No.
Осталось ждать. Осталось ждать. 7 минут.
I think it'll come fast.
Мне так жаль, что я тебя вытянула больную.
I'm okay.
Делать фото возле ночной башни. Нет, я вижу по твоим глазам. Я как-нибудь искуплю свое вино.
The last day of our trip, in general, we were supposed to go only to catacombs, but because catacombs was the only thing that you could not buy online. I mean, you could, but it would cost you more. It's the only place that costs more online than on the actual like physical site. Packed our bags, left them at home, and started for the catacombs. And I was very happy when I realized that we're in the middle of the line when they actually started to admitting people in. The catacomb tour is 45 minutes long, like approximately. All the time you just walk there, just follow the tunnel, and you cannot get lost. Even though I kind of maybe wanted no. Every other passage that you could get lost in is closed with the actual door, so you have no other way to go than forward and backwards. Xenia was mesmerized by the catacombs and by the tunnels, but for me, when the bones came, it was just a lot of bones because, you know, my mom is an archaeologist. I went with her on archaeological expeditions, archaeological digs, since I was like quite a little girl, so for me, it was just bones, you know, it was just tons of bones. And if you don't know, catacombs is a set of tunnels that Parisians dug to hide the bodies of the people who died from plague. It is not certain, but you are not allowed to touch the actual bones of people there because they may be still contagious, and when you just walk around, when you just walk past them, it's fine as far as I understood. But when you're actually touching them, no, you can get like, not plague of course, but it is not recommended, and it's even forbidden to touch the bones. The gift shop of that was amazing, honestly amazing. This is the second store when I wanted actually to buy something for myself, to remember something by, like Xenia with that cat thingy. I refused to leave Paris without going to one place where I wanted to go throughout all of the trip, and that was Saint-Chapelle. We were on our way to that, and suddenly we realized we're passing the Pantheon, so we just had to go in at least for like 40 minutes, and we briefly went in for a reduced price. Yay! It reminded me a little of Sacré-Cœur because the structure is quite similar, because you have this huge vaulted ceiling.
Я снимаю, как Юля снимает видео. You see a string and a ball? Go there. You see a string and a ball? I think it's like a clock. It is a clock. Солнечные часы? Yeah. Только не солнечные, не знаю какие.
But the difference is that pendulum that hangs from it, and it's a huge, basically it's a huge clock that tells you the time, the exact time, because it's the rotation of the earth and it's precise.
So majestic. In your face. Always discharging it. This is where we go. It's the end of it. I'll show you.
Also in the basement of Pantheon, there are tombs of some famous people. One thing that I remember was Madame and Monsieur Curie. Finally, we got to Saint-Chapelle. Of course, we again got caught in rain.
We're finally in the Saint-Chapelle.
And if you don't know, it's a cathedral with stained glass windows. On the second floor, the first floor is pretty good, but the second floor is where all the rage is. But Saint-Chapelle was amazing, and at the same day we finally got to eat a real macaron, and it's nothing like I've ever tasted in my life, honestly.
Wow, so beautiful. I have no words. No words. No words. Расскажите. Расскажите на камеру. We packed everything in one day. We went to Pantheon. We went to Saint-Chapelle. We went to where else? Somewhere else. But we ate macarons. Macarons. And all in one day. Yeah, this is how you do it in Paris. А в начале где мы были? Кости. Кости. Подсказка Кости. Catacombs. Right. We did everything. And now we're gonna take some sweet time to eat our sweet pineapple. Пустой. Sweet.
So it was time to go home. And remember, I told you in the beginning we came to Paris for €4, riding T7 train and then switching to subway. We should have done the same. Honestly, we should have done the same. But we naive little butterflies. We thought that, you know what, we had a station right there. We have a rare station right there, even though metro station was just a little bit farther. We should have gone to metro. Because as we later realized, as we later found out, rare trains have a lot of problems with them.
Что вы думаете об этой ситуации? Наш поезд проехал мимо. Well, the dictionary defines fail a series of consequences that just do not go your way. I think this qualifies. Это прекрасно. Это прекрасно. Спасибо, Париж. Мы пытаемся уехать, но у нас не получается. We're trying.
So a lot of things can go wrong. So if you want a solid means of transport, please go by subway any way you can.
Anything serious. For instance, a borderline life accident. We're currently on the only bus. Only wall. Okay. So this is how it looks like. We're going fast and it's like 8 minutes from the station somewhere, but it's so expensive. It's like 10 euros. Not like, it's 10 euros. So right now, we're going fast. But we had no choice. We wanted to go cheaper because we just like to go cheaper, but we couldn't. Because there was no good electricity and the train didn't stop. So okay, I'll tell you later. So, borderline, say I wants to go to the bathroom real bad. Like real bad. Like if you see her, she's dying. She's dying. And I love it. And I shiver. Because she's dying. And as soon as we get there, she will go there and hopefully we'll get there.
Don't worry, no pants were ruined that day. She got to the bathroom. So that was basically our trip, and I hope you enjoyed my little story. A little 2 hours. Still, I hope you enjoyed it because I did not want to go to Paris that much when I was a child. Paris was like not the first one on the list, but after that, after being there, I understand what an amazing city it is, what amazing architecture there is, and I'm just remembering that trip I'm just so grateful to Ksenia that she dragged me with her and that she wanted to go to the concert so bad that she would go to another country, because without her I would not go there. So Ksenia, thank you very much. I love you, my little baby. Yes, and I hope next time when you want to go to the concert, we would choose another city. Hope you enjoyed that, because I did. I had a blast voicing it over. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the next reactions. I'll try to do more than just reactions because I just want to have fun with my channel. So I had a blast. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.